What's going on, y'all? It's me. No need for introductions. You already know what it is. So, this video right here comes from a place of personal aggravation because it's something that real shit I've watched and noticed, and I'm not really happy about. See, I was inspired to start my YouTube channel because I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I watch a lot of videos, and I respect a lot of the content creators on YouTube. You feel me? And I take inspiration from a lot of these content creators, like Data Driven Exotics. I'm a big fan of them. Who else is there? Stradman, V, Vehicle Versions, Typical Gamer, TYT, stuff like that. These are not shout outs because these motherfuckers don't even know I exist besides my little mention in the comment sections, right? So the reason why I'm making this video, the reason why I have such a serious tone right now is because I've noticed a lot of the higher tier YouTubers talk about homeless people and they don't want to say it's a problem. And I was just watching a video made by Royalty Exotic College. And once again, like I said, I take a lot of inspiration from other YouTubers. They actually motivate me to hopefully reach that 10,000 subscriber mark, 100,000 subscriber mark, 1 million subscriber mark. And to be real with you, I was just watching a Royalty Exotic video, and he spoke about he just happened to be rolling past a homeless camp in Hawaii, and he mentioned the fact that that homeless camp is messing up the beauty of the beach area. So I kind of felt a kind of way. Now, only reason why I feel a kind of way about him saying, oh, these homeless camps are, messing up the beauty of the island and it's near the beach and all this stuff is because I live in a shelter. I'm homeless. All you guys know this. And honestly, I kind of want this video to go viral if possible. Share this as much time as possible. So I'm homeless. I live in a shelter. My bathroom may look not like the typical shelter, but I live in a shelter. I've slept in parks. I've had to wash up under boardwalks and beaches and stuff like that. And I watched his video and it kind of set me off because the way he spoke about it is I get it, Hawaii's a beautiful place. You don't want to see a bunch of tents, homeless tents as you're going to the beach. But my whole thing is, this is not something nobody can really control. This is not something these people just woke up one morning and said, oh, let's just go be nomads, let's go live in a tent by the beach. That wasn't their choice. I didn't choose to sleep in a park. Well, actually, I did choose to sleep in a park because I got kicked out of my house. And at the time, I was too young to go into a homeless shelter. I was gonna get kicked out. So, yeah, I had no choice but to sleep in parks. I had no choice but to wash my clothes, at the beach, and let the sun dry my shit. I had no choice but to go to school hungry and go to a spot. I used to live in a shelter where the dudes in there smoked synthetic marijuana. And at the time when I had got this job, I had got sick because they were in there smoking it. It was 50 dudes in a dorm, right? All crowded together, little beds with a locker, and that's it. Now, I put a comment under that video, and I'm just yo, as one of your subscribers who is currently going through that struggle, I feel offended. And I know, he probably didn't mean it like that, but overall, in general, dude, look at it like this. You spend millions of dollars on cars. You have videos where you spend basically what would be equivalent to my entire lifetime's worth of savings on one car plus mods, right? And there's a lot of YouTubers that do that. Daily Driven Exotics does that. Vehicle Virgins does that. Stradman does that, right? But at least when it comes down to them, they understand that this is not something, being homeless is not something that nobody ever wants to be in. Like, you don't wake up one morning and say, oh, I want to be homeless. No. Sometimes people get evicted out their house. Sometimes people get into situations where they just can't go back home. Like me, for example, I got into a situation where it wasn't financially smart for me to go back home and live with my mother. But I still helped her out in whatever ways I could, right? Now, I'm not saying, don't fuck with Royalty Exotic, the YouTube page, because, like I said, I'm a subscriber to them, and I watch their videos. I watch their videos, and I watch Daily Driven Exotics videos, religiously. But my thing is, don't sit there and look at a problem that you can technically help solve, right? You're worth millions of dollars. I don't know what Mr. Houston's net worth is, and honestly, I don't care, cause like I just don't. So it's like, boom. There's something he could do. There's something a lot of people can do. A lot of people can just, all the investors out there can just invest in, shelters and shit like that. And you could get refunds and government tax write-offs and all that shit. Like, hopefully when my YouTube page blows up to a point where I start making, like, any kind of money, I'm giving all that shit back. All of it. Like, I'm doing videos like Mr. Beast where I go to Walmart and clear out Walmart and just pack a bunch of U-Haul trucks and deliver the food to homeless shelters out here in New York, because nobody wants to be in this predicament. It's not something that nobody wants to think about, but at the same time, this is just a reality for some people. Some people got no choice but to sleep in a tent. Some people got no choice but to beg for money. And yeah, there's those who are begging for money for drugs, but then there's those who are actually legit begging for money because they're hungry. Like, I remember when I first became homeless, I used to stand outside of Home Depot out here in Brooklyn and ask for work and just, hopefully I make a couple of bucks so that way I get something to eat. Now it's like I'm to the point where I only eat once a day because I can't afford to eat 3 square meals. I can't. And I'm not saying, homeless shelters don't feed you, yes. But at the same time, they're giving you food that's worse than prison inmates get. So with this all being said, like, to all the YouTubers that I watch and that I take inspiration from, please don't look at the homeless situation as if it's a problem that, they shouldn't be here, or I don't understand why the government isn't. The government don't care. Let's be real. If you're not part of that 1% that makes say $2,000 a day, the government won't care about you, right? And I'm not saying don't support these YouTubers. Like I said, I watch their videos religiously. It's just now I kind of got I got a little depressed because I think about my situation every day, and to hear a comment like that being made about something that I personally go through, that shit it kind of irritated me to the point that I needed to make this video. In fact, if I didn't make this video, I wouldn't have the right mindset. And for all those wondering, all those who might see this, I'm making this shit on my phone because my expensive ass camera is getting work done. And that camera right there, I didn't even fully pay for it. Somebody else put in some money for it, right? So with this all being said, right, as somebody who's struggling just to make a quick $90, I feel offended when I see YouTubers and when I see people who make millions a year, who can spend $100,000 on a car who can spend what is the equivalent to my wildest dreams on something. And I get it, this is all investments, it's gonna bring back profits and shit like that, but don't sit there and see people less fortunate and make comments like that. Like, I get it. To y'all, it may not have seemed like a big ass comment, it may not seem like a big deal, but to me, that shit hurt. Cause, like I said, I live in a shelter. Every morning, I wake up to blood on the floors, and I go to sleep to sirens. Not a predicament that nobody wants to be in. Like, I unsubscribed to a YouTuber by the name of Typical Gamer because I felt as if he is just doing all of this for the money at this point. And don't get me wrong, the money is the motivation to why people do a lot of things, but my whole thing is, right, my main thing is don't be that person to see people who are like in bad situations and that's living in your favorite vacation spot and make comments like, oh, it shouldn't be here, or they're messing up the scenery, or they're making garbage and making the place dirty, because some of them got no choice. Some of them people are either too old to start working again, so it doesn't make any sense, or when they were trying to get a job, no one was hiring. Like right now, after this video, I'm on my way to an interview, and this is my 5th interview in the past week. So, to those content creators out there that make smart alley comments and just like hurtful comments about people that are going through